30 minutes. I don't know how much time it will take. So after this, anybody is interested for reading session, tell me. We have done listening now. Anybody is interested, you be ready. 30 minutes, afterwards, not now. How much time it will take. So those who are interested in reading, just type reading. Just type reading. So based on your priority, I'll arrange a session. The next, after this writing task. If it's a reading, I'll arrange reading. Okay, because we completed 2 parts of listening. So reading, we have completed only 1 part. So we can take part C or part B or whatever afterwards. We'll decide that one. Based on voting, we'll decide that one. So now writing, selecting relevant information and how to modify it to suit your quality. If you're writing to a dietitian, you need not write about exercises. If you are writing to a physiotherapist, you need not write about his diet. So like that. There are some things which you have to follow. Right. So medicine sample test 4 and nursing sample test 4. I think we have already done these things. Patricia's counts. Yeah, we have done this already. Yeah, 12 standard sentences. Yeah, we have done these 2. Medicine sample test 3. So we'll take a sample test 3. Sample test 3. So we are going to study relevant and irrelevant information. Okay. So official writing sample test 3 OET. So I'm giving you 3 minutes. What are the problems you are facing? I want you to write. In the meantime, I'll just heat some water. I need something. I need hot tea. So I'll just prepare in the meantime. Save link as medicine. Writing task 3. Yeah, we have gone through these 2 things. Write down your problems, please, with writing. All of you. Okay. Write down your problems with regard to writing. Write down your problems with regard to writing. Write down your problems. I'm just giving you 3 minutes. Yes, write down your problems. I'm waiting. This is called chaos disorder. You have just 1 more minute to share all your problems because we are going to start. Yeah. So writing tasks. Yeah. Yes, 30 seconds more. Yeah. So you all have different points. All these questions will be answered. Yeah. Let us come from the very first. Mona Abdul Fattah. My problem with writing is how to phrase in excellent way. Okay. In writing, always my word count goes beyond 200 words. I'm facing problem with my tense in writing. It's so simple. Today means present. Yesterday means past. Tomorrow means future. So simple as that. Today, present. Yesterday, past. Tomorrow, future. In the same way, this week, present. Last week, past. Next week, future. That's it. Very clear in that one. What is the unit week? What is the unit month? What is the unit day? What is the unit hour? So what is the unit? This unit is present. Last unit is past. Next unit is future. So that's it, my moment. So no need to worry regarding that. Yeah. Word count goes beyond 200 words. So that is why we are learning here relevant and irrelevant. That means you are writing everything. So no problem. Next one is how to write phrases, sentences. Mona. Then next. Betsy Mole. I feel difficulty to concise and write. Passive voice. Grammar and sentence structure. Passive voice. First thing is we don't have a habit to write. That's why we face this problem. So what you are supposed to do is, what you are supposed to do is write first, then afterwards concise. Think of concising afterwards. See, there is something called horticulture. 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 Beautifying landscapes. If I'm not wrong, I'm not sure. Horticulture. Horticulture. The study of activity of growing garden plants. Garden plants in park, gardens, meadows, okay, public places. You grow some by the side of the roads, lawns, streets. So that is called garden plants. So now here, agriculture is for food producing plants. Horticulture is for garden plants. Okay, we don't want to go into the depth of that. So here, what you do in the parks, you see they allow the trees or plants to grow. Then by the side of the walkway or in the parks, you see in the children's park especially, you see there are plants in the shape of elephants or rabbits or giraffe or horse or camel, like that. They make a shape, dummy shape with the netted wire. Okay, they make shape with netted wire, and then what they do it, they put around the plant. Then this plant goes and occupies the entire space and comes out of the net. Wherever it comes out of the net, they chop it off. Chop it off. So again it goes, again they chop. That means whatever this net will be thin, so it cannot be visible. It cannot be visible. Only the greenery will be visible. So the shape of the elephant or the camel will always be there. We have a special name for that one, topiary. Yeah, topiaries we call them, topiaries. Topiaries. It takes time for me. The art of cutting bushes into attractive shapes, especially of animals and birds or shapes in this way. It's called a topiary thing, shaping. You can see that. So this is how. So you write, you write. I have that marksmanship to chisel down your everything. First you write. You speak more. See, for example, in speaking also, some people speak for 3 minutes, some people speak for 7 minutes, some people speak for 4 minutes, some people speak for 6 minutes. Some people don't have anything to speak, some people speak even for 8 minutes, 9 minutes. So what I'm telling you is first you speak, you speak, you speak, you speak. When the length you are able to manage and when you are confident, then you will know how to judge between what is good and what is bad. First, you should gather information. Then, which is more important information you can retain. Retain means keep it. And you can eliminate the less priority information. You speak 7 minutes, no problem. 8 minutes you speak. First, with the practice session with Kezia or practice session with your friends, you speak more. Don't try to limit to 5 minutes. Speak more because this is practice session. But 10 to 12 days before exam, you start trimming your information. So which is more priority, you keep it. Which is less priority, you leave it. That's it. So that is how you remove unwanted material, chopped out. In the same way, writing also. Yeah, you write now. You write sentences, whatever information is given, you try to write. Who is asking you to write in 40 minutes? Write in 40 minutes. Then afterwards, take that one and rewrite it. That's called drafting, improving. Drafting, improving the quality. Rephrasing, restructuring, restyling, reincorporating new things, incorporating new things, eliminating the unwanted things. So, retaining the most important things. That is what I'm telling. So, yes. And next, if I miss anything, anybody else, let me know, remind me. Because sometimes I'm a human being, I may miss some things. So, tense. Yeah, tense I have told you. Difficulty to concise right. Your passive voice, grammar, sentence structure. Okay. That I'm going to show you all. Learn from others' corrections. Don't limit yourself in the boundary of your own letters. I'm correcting many letters. Okay. I'm correcting many letters. So those letters, you can go through them. Why sir is correcting this? If you have a question, you send it to me and ask me why. I will explain. That shows your intensity of the earth or how much you feel to quench your thirst of learning. That's I will learn. So once I know that you are very serious, automatically I'll be following it up with you. Only the thing is you should show that. Then next one, Stella Maris. My problem in writing is how to use vocabulary. How to use vocabulary. First thing is, whatever words are given in the case notes, try to avoid those to the maximum. Unless and until it is irreplaceable, avoid it. So, use it only when you cannot do anything with that. And it is must. Then use the word, otherwise don't use. So that is how you can learn vocabulary. So you have to start playing with vocabulary. Remove one word and put another word. Remove one word and put another word. Instead of good, well, excellent, extraordinary, wonderful, amazing. So like that, you can use different words. So play with vocabulary. That's what I'm teaching you every day. Words I'm giving you. Yeah. So bless Jose. I want to learn to write quality of sentences with vocabulary. Yeah, quality sentences belong to 3 categories: simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence. That is the maximum level of quality. You're writing sentences. How you are going to join those sentences? We'll teach that in another session. Combination of sentences. We call it conjugation of sentences. Conjugation of sentences. Oh. All right. Simple, complex, compound sentences. Take two sentences and join them. Conjugation of sentences, a combination of sentences. So how are you going to get? You can use a phrase, it becomes simple sentence. A phrase, two sentences you take and convert one into a phrase. He has a chain, it is made of gold. He has a chain of gold. He has a golden chain. Same meaning. He has a chain, it is made of gold. He has a chain, it is made of gold. He has a chain of gold. He has a golden chain. These two are simple sentences. Then complex sentences. You use one sentence, convert it into subordinate clause. He has a chain which is made of gold. Subordinate clause will be made using subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions join two main clauses. Coordinating conjunctions join two main clauses. I'm telling you, you can make notes. Coordinating conjunctions join two equal sentences, main clauses. Subordinating conjunctions join one main clause and one subordinating clause. So you are using clauses. Then it becomes complex or compound sentence. Subordinating clause, complex sentence. Coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction. Subordinating clause. Complex sentence. Coordinating conjunction. Main clauses. So it is compound sentence. How do you identify? There are 7 words. F-A-N-B-O-Y-S. Fan and boys. For and nor. But, or, yet, so. If you use these 7 words, it becomes compound sentence. Fan boys. For, make notes whoever is making. For and nor, but, or, yet, so. It's an acronym. Fanboys. It's an acronym. Fanboys is an acronym. So if you are using these 7 words, it becomes a compound sentence. Any other word other than this, it becomes complex sentence because it is subordinating clause. Which, this is a chain which is made of gold. This is a chain which is made of gold. So which is not fanboys, is not in the 7 words. So definitely this is complex sentence. This is a chain and it is made of gold, and compound sentence. So equal sentences. So remember that. So this is how you join two sentences. This is a chain. It is made of gold. This is a chain and it is made of gold, compound sentence. This is a chain, comma, which is made of gold, complex sentence. This is a chain of gold, simple sentence. This is a golden chain, simple sentence. So that's it. So you are using these things. So was the information which I gave you now, till now, was the information. I'm just testing your pulse. Maybe you feel, sir, you told you want to teach relevant and irrelevant information. then I told you already, that's why reason why I gave you time. I asked you time. Okay. So was the information useful or not? If it is useful, say yes. If it is not useful, say no first. If you say useful, then I'll give more such information. If you say it is useless, I'll stop and I'll go straight to the top. Because these are the questions you asked. And I'm clarifying your points. So if you feel that this is comfortable, so we don't need this, then just say no. We say we need this, say yes. Majority vote I will count. Then afterwards go and say, sir is wasting our time. Okay. He tells us some things and he says something else. No, I'm not like that. Whatever it is, I'm your mother, I'm your father. If I'm punishing you, that is for your own good. Okay. If I'm teaching you more, that is for your good. Whatever it is, I have only one thing. And you cannot find one teacher who is teaching in the night time like this for you. Okay. So you can just tell me yes. Okay, fine. Majority of them are saying yes. Out of 13, majority of them are saying. Okay. So, right. Yeah, it is already there on the YouTube live. So you can take it from the live. You can make the notes from there, Anushka. Because if I repeat, everyone will lose their time again. So I'm sorry for that. Okay, sometimes I have to say bluntly like this because I cannot repeat. Because there are some other people, they may say, oh, no, sir, we understood why like that way. So you can just, if you missed anything, if you did not understand, it is there in the YouTube. You can just go there and you get Grand Master class. Okay, finished. You can go there and you can get the information from there. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, sometimes we have to say sorry, no. So I'm saying no for this one. Next one is vocabulary. Okay. Quality sentences. Stella mails. Yeah, vocabulary. I want to learn to write sentences, quality of sentences. I just told you now. Maranang Mapoko. If anybody's name I missed, please remind me. Okay. No hard feelings, no difference of opinions. Unique, same for everyone. I believe equality and also equity. You know only equality, I know equity also. For example, rich people are there, like doctors. I take more fees than nurses. There are some nurses who cannot pay. I'll give even free also. There are many students like that. This is called equity. You will not understand. Equality means why, sir? Doctors, you are taking more fees. Nurses, you are taking less fees. Why, sir? Everyone you take. No. That's not equity. Is. You understand? If I take equality fees for everyone, that is equity. That's it. It's like, you are a mother. You should know the difference between equality and equity. Okay. I'm a mother, I don't have any difference between anybody. If I'm punishing, that means I love them more. Otherwise, they will get spoiled. They'll get spoiled. My child gets spoiled. So I'll thrash him. I'll blast him. I'll shout. I'll scold. I'll do whatever possible. For what? It's my child. I don't want him to be spoiled. That's why I punish them. Your mother punishes you. Your father punishes you. Why not I can punish you? I have the right to punish you because you are my children. So now 3 children are there. The elder son is 10 years old. The middle son is 5 years old. And the younger son is just 3 years old. How can you give equal amount of food to everyone? Equality I cannot do, no. If I give equal amount to 3, first one is the stomach will bulge. Second one will be okay. And the top one stomach will go inside. He will be starving. I cannot apply the strategy of equality there. There are many people who oppose reservation categories. That's what is equity. Equity There are some people who are underprivileged. You have to bring them up. Just they pass, also they get government medical seat. Some, reservation for belonging to minorities. Yeah, if you don't give, rich people have money, they are becoming doctors, no problem. They can pay money and join. What about the poor people? They also should no. They also should get chances, no? That is called equity. Equity means everyone equal in a differential angle. That's what it is. So those who need more, I'll give more. Those who need less, I'll give less. Some people don't need much time. They need just something. So that's it. So that is called equality and equity. Okay. So if anybody needs to be repeated, that is what I gave equity. That means I cannot give you right now because somebody, then they will go out of the class. So it is there on the YouTube. You can go there and you can listen 10 times and get it. There's a lot of difference. Okay, you can improve. Marana, inability to select relevant case notes in relation to different professions. Yeah, that's what I'm telling. You are writing to a physiotherapist. You are writing to a physiotherapist. Why do you need to write a medication? Why do you need to write diet? Why do you need to write these things when it's not necessary for it? Because physiotherapy only needs information related to physiotherapy. That's all. What is the problem? What is happening? Other things. No need regarding diet and no need regarding medication. Okay, he only needs what is the problem and what type of exercises. So like that. The next one. So if you are writing to a dietitian, we are writing to a dietitian, what is the use of informing about his hand not motion exercises? Okay, what is the use? Okay, dietitian, will you give him information related to medication? Or will you give him information related to exercise? No need, no? Right? So you have to give information related to his digestive system or vomiting or incontinence or something related to these things. You can give him. So which information is necessary for them? That you have to give. Others you can just eliminate. The next one. Yeah, different professionals. If you are writing to a doctor, you have to write everything. If you are writing to a nurse, you have to write everything. If you are writing to a social worker, write only that information which is relevant to social worker. What she has to do. Maybe give medication, remind medication, remind, okay, how to monitor something like that. Social worker. Not everything is needed. Okay. So nurse is required to change bandaged, all these things. Social worker cannot do all those things. Dressing changes, social worker may not be able to do. Nurse only is needed. So community nurse will go there. So you see what is relevant to that particular person, that only you have to write. See, for example, if you are writing to a person who already knows the patient, okay, then why are you informing him? Okay, your resident. Yesterday I have corrected a letter. There, in that letter, somebody has written like this. I don't want to name. There's no problem. You can see in the case, letter submitted afterwards. That's not a problem. We are learning. So we are not pinpointing anybody here. So there's just an example for everyone to be enlightened. So here, what you're doing is, what she was writing is, Mr. XYZ, who is your resident, was diagnosed with pneumonia. I changed the sentences and I gave because I don't recall the same sentence. So Mr. XYZ, who is your resident, was diagnosed with pneumonia. Who is your resident? Your resident, the person who is receiving the letters, resident. He already knows that he is his resident. No? Why do you want to tell him that he is your resident? It is nonsense. You are writing to the care home in which the patient is there. Then why do you need to mention your resident there? Who is your resident? Who is your resident? Mr. XYZ, who is your resident? Does that fellow is so stupid that he doesn't know that he is his resident? Is he a moron? Cannot understand or keep track of the people? How can it be possible? It is like you are going on the road with your son or your daughter or with your friend. Then your son is next to you. So you are telling him, this boy is your son. You know, he is running on the road when the buses are going very fast. So this boy is your son. No need to tell, no, because he is his son or her son. Why do you want to tell this boy is your son? So this person, who is your patient? This person is your patient. Why do you want to tell that this person is your resident? He already knows that he is your. This is nonsense, no? Try to understand what I am telling here. It's a known case to the receiver, not a known case to you. He's coming from the care home and he's going back to the care home, and you are writing the letter to the care home where the patient is staying. So the patient is known for him. No? So why do you want to write past medical history? Because they know about his medical history. Because they are taking care of him for the last 3 to 4 years. So that is irrelevant information, not irrelevant. That is unnecessary information. I know. Still you tell me. Okay. I know. Still you tell me. My son used to call me and tell, I used to tell me, son, come and help me this one. He used to tell me, Daddy, you do like this. Daddy, you do like this. He's my son. I'm asking him to do me a favor to do something. And don't do this one. So if you do like this one, it is better. I'm taking classes in the evening. He says, fix your time in the morning only and afternoon only. Fix that one. So how is this possible? I know better. So why are you telling me which I know already? Don't I know what I know? So I'm just giving you an example here. Okay. There are some students. I tell them, type this letter and give me. There are some students who readily oblige. There are some students who say, sir, we don't have time, sir. There are some students, sir, I am comfortable with only writing that correct and give. I'll give as they want. When I am telling something, it is good for you. Try to understand, which is necessary for you. I want to give more for you. So that's the reason why I'm telling. It's okay. If you cannot, that's a different thing. If you ask me, sir, how to do this one in a simpler way, I can tell you in just 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, 1 minute you can. Just 1 minute you can type. Not even needed 15 minutes. But the people who type for 15 minutes will learn the most. You don't know that one. They self-learn many things. When typing, some mistakes will be spelling, they will learn. When they're typing, they'll change the words. When they're typing, they use better vocabulary. They'll get ideas, new ideas. Oh, I did this wrong. Sir, can I correct this? I understood, sir, many wrongs are there. But you said type it as it is. So I typed as it is, but I learned many things. You learn many things. When you revisit your work, that rough work will become fair work. First draft, we call it. rough work will be changed into first draft. And now this, you can do it on your own. And next, it's going to improve it second draft. And then you can make a fair copy and keep ready. I'm giving you time between typing and correction. You don't know why. So when I'm correcting, you can check your own improvements. Sir, whatever you have told, many of them I have corrected mine, sir. I understood my mistakes. There are some students who have told like this. So that is what it is. So this information which you are giving is unnecessary information because they already know it. This is your stylus. Sir, you have forgotten this stylus on my table. Take your stylus, sir. Instead of these 3 sentences, here is your stylus, sir. That is enough, na? I know that this is my stylus. I know that I have forgotten somewhere. And when you are giving me, I understand that I forgot it on your table. I can understand. Na? So why are you using 3 sentences when they are not necessary? Don't I know my stylus? This is your stylus, unnecessary. You forgot it on my table. I forgot. That's why I'm not able to locate it. Na? And when you are giving it, I know that I have forgotten it on your table. That's why here is your stylus. Sir, finished. I'm not so incapacitated mentally. Your mental handicaps are not there. Of course, I can't remember a date of birth because people fight with me because I forget date of birth. Daddy, my birthday. Like that. Now they stopped fighting with me because I know that I forget. I forget. That is not important for me, I feel. I don't know. Some things will not get into my mind. Time. When I start taking a class, time. I don't mind the time. This is my mental makeup. I want to give only that one, flowing, flowing, flowing. I don't see how much the cup is filled up. It will be overflowing. It will be overflowing. It will not be limited. It will be unlimited edition. I am a bundle of unlimited editions. If my son asks, Daddy, give me 1 shirt, I will buy him 7 shirts. I never buy 1. I buy more than 6, 7 or 10 at a time. So that is what it is. So anything, unlimited. So what is needed, that you do. What is unnecessary, that you do. So what is relevant is different. Unnecessary is different. So for a person who already knows, it is irrelevant. It's not irrelevant, it is relevant, but he already knows it. So it becomes unnecessary. For you, it is relevant. Yes, for you, it is new. For the person, home care, okay, care home, it is unnecessary because he already knows it. So what he already knows it, if you tell him, there's a waste of your time and energy. That is, you have to be wise enough to distinguish, differentiate, distinguish, separate, bifurcate relevant information from irrelevant information, necessary information from unnecessary information. Write down this: necessary, unnecessary, separate. Unnecessary, remove, necessary, keep. Relevant information and irrelevant information. Relevant for him. What information which is relevant? For example, you give exercises, range of motion exercises, range of motion. Okay, he is not able to move his arm. So you tell about that information to a physiotherapist. But what is the need of his hand not moving? To the dietitian. So what is he going to do with that? It's nonsense for him because it is not his area of specialization to deal with. Then why are you sending? It is like you are you want to send a letter to Australia, you have written everything contents Australia, but you are sending it to Canada's address. Your brother is in Canada and your sister is in Australia. You wrote everything to your sister who is in Australia, and you have sent the letter cover address. You are sending it to Canada where your brother is. What is this not nonsense? That is called irrelevant. Address that person, he doesn't need that information, whatever you are writing. So be careful. You are sending it to the wrong address. That is what is irrelevant information. Information going to the wrong person is irrelevant information. So what you are writing to an eye specialist, ophthalmologist, is irrelevant to a podiatrist. Eye specialist is here, eyes. You are writing to a podiatrist who is taking care of his feet. So like that it is. Okay, you are applying hair oil to your feet. Okay, and vinegar cream to wash your feet that you are applying for your head. Both are nonsense. So that is irrelevant information. So that's a very good point, relevant and irrelevant here. The same thing, Maranang Makoko and Constance Mafosa both have said the same thing, to relevant case notes. You have said relevant, Maranang also said relevant case notes. That's it, both are the same. Inability to Maranang Makoko realize urgency within the case notes. Urgency is nothing. Urgency is nothing but I have taken a lot of time, I think. I want to ask you one more question. I don't know how many are there also. Are we together? Are we together? So maybe some people may think that this is not necessary. So I'm asking you, are you together? If you're following my points, which they are very specific key points, very, very specific key points. Suja on duty. Okay. So very relevant information I am giving you now. Very, very relevant information. If you feel that it is not important for you, we can avoid. So just put it with a no. Right. So, no worry, time is too much for us. We have unlimited time. Unless and until you are open-minded for time to learn. I don't have time means I cannot help. I have morning duty, sir. I cannot. That's your problem, not my problem. Okay. I'm sorry. Don't make me wrong. Okay, I have to cook. Cooking is necessity. How many are eating is not my problem. How many are eating is not. My mother cooks and keeps. Some people go to the hotel and eat. Some people don't come home. Some people eat less. Some people eat more. Some people have stomach pain. Some mama, I cannot eat. There are many different things coming in between. But mama cooks for everyone. Elder one may eat more, less. Younger one may eat less. But still mother cooks. Some people grumble. This is not tasty. This is not fine. I don't like this. I don't like this. Still mother cooks. It's my duty. I'm doing myself. So, right. Next one, new students. No, that's right. And where is this girl? I have to. Okay, fine. Yeah. So, yeah, these questions are very, very important, which you are asking. So that's why I'm giving. Otherwise, we would have gone. We would have finished the point also. I thought half an hour for this one, but still, then afterwards start reading. But when people are asking, let me give them. Then next one. Yeah. constant morphosa, maranam. Realize urgency within the case. No, see, urgency. Write down the words. How do you separate an urgent letter with an ordinary letter? There are some words. BIBA. I don't know whether you understood anybody. Can you write, if anybody understood this one, what is BIBA? Capital BIBA. If anybody understood, you can just type it. If anybody understood, you can just type it. What do you mean by BIBA? BIBA. If anybody knows this or understands what it is, this means this is an urgent letter. Yeah, bless Jose, brought in by ambulance. That's fine. Brought up is wrong. Brought in by ambulance. BIBA. Brought in by ambulance. Don't change the words. Up and YI is not right. In by ambulance. That is the absolute wording. Brought in by ambulance. This is an urgent letter. This is an urgent letter. Okay. So if he is brought into your, it's not an sent by. So this is an urgent letter when you took the patient. When you took the patient. Okay. And when you are sent by ambulance, that is one. So this is urgent, but now you treated, then you are sending, it's not urgent letter anymore. He was brought in by ambulance, you treated him and he's fine and you are discharging. It is no more urgent letter. Be careful when it is written BIBA. Okay, brought in by ambulance to your facility, then it is ordinary letter. Okay, when you are sending to somebody else, okay, sent by ambulance, transferred by ambulance, we call it, then that is definitely urgent letter. Okay, transferred by ambulance. Okay, then next one, ambulance word. Okay, but brought in is not urgent, but sent by ambulance is urgent, because now you are sending by ambulance. Now the situation is urgent, but brought in by ambulance and now you are discharging, is no more urgent. So remember that. Right. The next one is you can get some words like, emergency, accident and emergency department, A&E department, accident and emergency. Somebody write in the chat box, please. I'm not, okay, I'm just, because your questions are spontaneous, I'm giving spontaneous. I can not take time to write everything. So somebody write in the chat box, please. So, yeah, what's that? Accident and emergency department. Write a letter to the accident and emergency department. Okay. Superintendent, accident and emergency department, or a doctor, accident. Yeah, nodal officer, superintendent, manager. Okay, whatever it is, accident and emergency department. Address itself shows that you are sending. You're not sending. You are not getting. You're sending the patient there to the accident and emergency department. You're sending. So that means it is an urgent letter. That means it is an urgent letter, because you are sending from a hospital, one hospital, to an emergency department, or you are sending from home to an emergency department. Okay. Then next one, third degree burns. Third degree burns. Third degree burns. Third degree burns is urgent letter. Then cardiac arrest is an urgent letter. Cardiac arrest, or what you call myocardial infarction. Unstable diabetes mellitus. Unstable diabetes mellitus. Unstable diabetes mellitus. It's not stable. It's going up and down. Any time it may collapse. So unstable diabetes mellitus. Okay. So he came to you. He came to you. So it is not emergency letter. Unstable diabetes mellitus, and he came to you, it is not. But you are sending him back. From home nurse, because of unstable diabetes mellitus, you are sending into hospital, it is emergency. But unstable diabetes mellitus admitted in the hospital and discharging now is not emergency. Remember, sent to the hospital for emergency treatment. Unstable diabetes mellitus at home, myocardial infarction at home, or cardiac arrest at home. Okay. So from home to the hospital is emergency. And from a normal hospital to a specialist hospital is emergency. Because they are not able to manage and it is a serious case. Then you are transferring the patient by ambulance from normal hospital or clinic to a super specialty hospital for managing the situation on an emergency basis. Sent by ambulance, transferred urgently. Another word is urgently. Urgently. Or another word is emergency. Or another word is immediately. These are the words which you can identify. First word is ambulance, transferred via ambulance, and requires urgent admission. That's it. Transferred by ambulance. Okay. Discharge is not emergency. Discharge will never be emergency. Discharge can never be emergency. Discharge, how can it be emergency? If it is emergency, you still keep in the hospital. Only when the normal condition comes, then only you will discharge the patient. Transferring the patient may be higher level or same level or lower level. You are transferring the patient to a super specialty hospital or similar line hospital or lower level hospital for just care. Okay. So post-operative ward, you can transfer to him. Rehabilitation services, we call it. So that you can transfer him there. So if you're transferring down level, it is not urgent. If you are transferring same level, still it is not urgent. If you are transferring higher level, it may be urgent, may not be urgent also, may be urgent. Okay. So urgent letter only will go to higher level, not ordinary level. Same level or lower level, no. So transfer may be of 3 types. Discharge only back home or back to the final destination. Discharge back to the final destination. Final destination means care home or own home. Own home or care home or refugee center. That's it. So that is discharge will go only these places. He cannot be discharged to higher hospital or similar hospital or even lower hospital. So discharge will go to 3 levels. Higher hospital, same level hospital, lower level hospital, parallel hospital we call, and lower level. Higher, parallel, lower. So transfer will be these 3 levels. Okay. Or temporary intermediate destination, not final destination. For example, you transfer to the rehabilitation center, then he will go to home. That is final destination. That is finally discharged. Final discharge. So next one is that is transfer. Then a referral letter. You are referring a person you do not know before. That means you and the person whom you are writing, you know one another. But the patient does not know that person. So you are sending a patient to a person who he already knows. It is not referral. Referral, you are referring a person to you. Only a new person you can refer. I know somebody. How can you refer that person to me? You cannot refer a person who already knows me. Okay. Because he already knows me. If you tell, you go to Simon, oh, Simon sir, I know already. See, for example, you many times you refer your friends. You refer your friends for admission to me. Simon sir is teaching very nicely. Okay. So you also join Simon sir. You refer them to me because they do not know me. If they already know me, how can you refer them? When you take the name of Simon sir is teaching. He doesn't teach extraordinarily big, but he teaches okay. So it's better you, because he's the only one who is teaching in the evening. Nobody else is teaching in the daytime. So you are referring that person to me. When that other person whom you are referring, he tells, no, I know Simon sir already. Okay, I will definitely follow your suggestion. But I know Simon sir. So how does that count as a referral? Referring only to a new person. You can never refer. And there are some crazy fellows, they're writing, refer back. Refer back. The person knows the patient even better than you. How can you refer the patient back to? There is nothing called refer back. Because the person whom you are sending, he only referred to you and you are referring back. It's a nonsense of sense, common sense. It's nonsense out of common sense. It's a rotten tomato. Okay. That's it. You're hitting a rotten tomato at your face only. Your face only is becoming dirty. That's what I mean here. So, refer back, there is no phrase called refer back. A referral is only for a person when the patient doesn't know. You know the other person. The person who is writing a letter knows the person who is receiving a letter. But the patient in the letter doesn't know that person. So for him, the patient is an unknown case. The receiver of the letter is an unknown case, then only it can be a referral. Then only it can be a referral. If already he knows, how can it be a referral? Because he already knows. Then how can a person who sent the patient and you are sending him back, I'm referring back, is nonsense. Nah? So never use the word refer back. It is like a slap on your own face. Okay. When mosquito is biting, you are trying to slap, you are getting hurt yourself. Mosquito will fly away. Your mark will go. That's the point. Mosquito will fly away means you will lose your mark. No way you will get that mark. Okay. So that's it. So emergency, unstable diabetes mellitus. You are sending, for example, I am sending a person who has a diabetes for quite some time and now it has become unstable. So I am sending this unstable diabetes, you are sending to the hospital. Till now he has diabetes, but now this diabetes has become unstable. So you have to stabilize it immediately and you cannot handle it alone. So there should be experts. So you have to send to hospital. So you are sending the letter along with the person and you're sending through ambulance because you don't have any time. So you must send it very fast. You have diagnosed, you have detected, you have the signs and symptoms show. Because you are a nurse, signs and symptoms show that this is unstable diabetes mellitus, so you are calling an ambulance and you're sending, and in the meantime, when the ambulance is coming, you're writing a letter and put it into the hands of the patient or somebody else, the carer, and you're sending. So you are sending this patient. It's urgent letter now. And if you are sending to a person, whom the patient doesn't know, so you are referring. But you are sending to the doctor who he already been treated for diabetes for a long time. But you are telling the nurse, if he has any problem, you send me immediately. So same person. So it is not it's an urgent letter, but it's not a referral letter. Because he is the patient's doctor, GP. Now, known case. That's it. If you are sending to a new doctor, he has diabetes, but you are not sending to this local hospital, but you are sending to some other hospital, then it becomes a referral letter. First time he is going there. So try to understand that. So this known case and unknown case. You say local GP. Local GP means unknown case. Patient's GP means known case. Patient's GP. Write a letter to the patient's GP. That means he knows everything about the patient. Known case. For him, not for you. Not for you, especially in writing. Okay. We need to know whether it is a known case of the person who is receiving the patient. You know it or not, that is none of anybody's business. Whether the person who is receiving the letter, does he know it or not is important. If he knows the patient already, don't tell about his past history or his history, medical history, because he already knows it. Only update the information. If it is known case, only update the information. So try to understand. Whenever there is a update the information, updating the information, that means it is known case. It is patient's GP. Remember that. He already knows. Updating means he already knows. Whenever you are saying updating the information, you need not write about the history, past history. I mean history. I hope it is very clear now. Yeah. So if it is not updating information and the person who is receiving this letter is seeing the patient for the first time, then definitely you have to give everything, because he is the patient's he is the local GP. That means that local GP of that particular village and patient doesn't know. If he already knows, it will be patient's GP, no? It's a local GP, not patient's GP. Remember that. Be careful. So I hope the topic of known case and unknown case is clear. Known case or unknown case. So that question is very, very important. Okay. Is that clear? Just hit a button, yes or no. Okay. I was trying to explain everything. So if you understood, type YES. If you did not understand, type no. But sir, you told you are teaching on information and you are taking so much time and we did not even start the letter. What to do? You are only asking sentences which are very demanding information. So I have to give no. I don't have even time to write down because my mind is thinking too much of those things. You make my blood boil. What to do? So only 6 students. Information is clear. Why don't you write now one word, yes or no, so that I can move forward? If you write no, then I'll explain otherwise. Okay, fine. Everyone said yes. Okay, fine. Next question is, every question is a concept in itself. What to do? It itself, every question takes that much time. I told you already, because I'm going into the depth of the topic. Before that one, I have to clear all these things. Next. Those who are going for the exam this month, focus on these things. Let me see who are the serious students. Anushka Gupta has been attending regularly. Bensimol Thomas, Bless Rose, Constance Mafosa, Maimuna, Nafa is missing, Maranang, Meera Manoj, Mona Abdul Fattah, Sifatokule Kumolo, Stella Maris. Okay. So I noticed this regular students, very good. Sir, what if they are giving a lot of data? No, before that, there are some more points. Yeah, inability to select relevant information, urgency within the case notes. Yeah, urgency is done. Vocabulary and case note selection, finished. Kumalo. Kumalo, that is finished already. Meera Manoj. Where to add a semi-relevant if word count is less? Semi-relevant information you can add everywhere. In every letter you can add. That is so patient's habits, about his residence, lives alone or not, his age, his profession, his body mass index. These are semi-relevant information. Semi-relevant information means semi-irrelevant information also. So you can avoid if you don't want, because they are not compulsory. They are not compulsory. So whenever you feel low word count, you can add these things. A profession, age, profession. Then we can talk about his social standing, living alone. Where does he live? In which residence he lives? Lives alone in a 3-bedroom apartment. That's not important, but you can add if you feel that some word count is less, because you have to make it up 180 words. Okay. Okay, these you have to write for whoever is visiting home. So home care nurse you can write, community nurse you can write, then social worker you can write, doctor visiting home you can write. So whoever visiting home you can write about the residents and living alone and all these things. So because they are visiting home. So for them you have to write. For a physiotherapist, if he's going home, then you can write. Otherwise, if the patient is going there, no need. So like that one, you have to see patient is going there to their places, or these employees are coming there, you should know. So if they are related to home services, then you have to write. If they are not related to home services, you need not write, because the patient is going to the physiotherapist. So why should you give about that he is living in a home which is 3-bedroom apartment and all these things? No need, because the patient is going there. So you need not give all this information. Okay, he is living alone, all these things, no need. Okay, because if he is not living alone, the carers will take him to the physiotherapist. So if he is living alone and nobody is there to take him, then you can come here. So physiotherapist is coming here, or dietitian is coming here, or the doctor is coming here, because he is living alone and nobody to help him. Try to understand the importance. So somebody, it's relevant, then you give that information. Otherwise, you don't give that. Even that semi-relevant becomes relevant when necessary, because when the medical professional is approaching the house, it becomes relevant. Semi-relevant doesn't mean that it is always semi-relevant and just adding. No, it depends. So, for example, then next one, retired or not retired, working or retired. So this is semi-relevant, of course. And yeah, because he is relevant, no job. So, and then salary will be less, management will be less. So sometimes, yeah, if somebody he's at home now, then it is important that a home care nurse or social worker or somebody comes there. So it is relevant here, because retired teacher, the teacher and retired, that means at home. So that means nobody is there. So these people will come and serve them there. So that's why it is necessary. Retired teacher is necessary, because they are coming home and they are working and they are going. So that information. So you see what is. So once you start writing like this, you'll automatically go. Yeah. Then next one, let us take about habits. Smoking, drinking. These, of course, they are semi-relevant information. That means they are semi-irrelevant information also. So here, it doesn't mean that you can avoid. When it is necessary, you can use. For example, there is one thing. How can you avoid this one? He does not smoke. Why you should write this information? He does not smoke. He does not cough. He does not sneeze. He doesn't get headache. He doesn't get cold. This is nonsense. He does not smoke. Why should you give that information? If you don't write, that means he does not smoke. No. Why are you making him think, oh, he does not smoke? Why? For example, it is lung cancer and he does not smoke. That means it is useful. Semi-relevant material, but it's cancer, lung cancer. But he does not smoke. Despite not having the habit of smoking, lung cancer is still existing. So smoker, lung cancer, okay, understood. But this fellow has lung cancer for what reason? What is the reason for this? Lung cancer may be because of many different. There are many people who don't get who get cancer, lung cancer. But is it because of smoking only? That is one reason for lung cancer. Poisonous gases, maybe. He's not smoking, but he's working in a factory where poisonous gases are evolving. And by accident, he breathes. So that may be. So, lung cancer, he smokes, is okay, but he does not smoke also is important regarding the case of lung cancer. So, semi-relevant information also may become relevant information in certain cases, not all cases. So, don't think that, don't compartmentalize them as semi-relevant information, because they may become semi-irrelevant also. That means in some cases they are unnecessary, in some cases they are necessary. See, somebody is not smoking. There is no need to give that information because there is no problem with that. If he smokes, there is a problem. He smokes, so it's a problem. So give that information. If he smokes, he is not smoking. He's a non-smoker. This sentence is a nonsense sentence. He is a non-smoker. Is an unnecessary sentence. Because why are you writing this sentence? It's unnecessary, adding more weight to the letter. You're making the doctor to read an unnecessary sentence. He is a non-smoker. 4 words are nonsense there. Because this sentence is not going to do anything in the letter. What is the value of this sentence? If he's a smoker, some problem is there, so he has to take it as an important. He is not a smoker. Then why should you write? So some disease is there related to smoking, then you can write. Otherwise, there is no need. So it can be relevant or it can be irrelevant depending on. So you can consider it as semi-relevant, which can also be, when you say semi-relevant, it all by default it is semi-irrelevant. Semi means half this and half that. Semi-relevant means half relevant. That means it is half non-relevant. By default, it is like that. So automatically, according to the priority, need arises. You can push it this side or push it that side. That's it. See, for example, food is there. 2 people are there. 2 brothers are there. One brother is hungry and one brother is not that much hungry. So he will eat less. The remaining food you cannot throw, no? So what you will give? Brother, you take this food. My stomach is full today. I cannot eat. You eat. Maybe you can digest it. I don't want. So that is what it is. So it can be pushed to this side or that side, wherever applicable. So that, and not only that, next one is, so that is one point. Habits, smoking, drinking. Drinking, he drinks. Then you write. He does not drink. Don't write. Something is not there. Don't write. No. His family history is unremarkable. Why are you writing this when it is unremarkable? If it is remarkable, you tell what is that remarkable. No? It is unremarkable, means everything clean. So why should you tell that one? See, for example, I don't have cold. I don't have headache. I don't have runny nose. I don't have chest pain. I don't have stomach pain. When I go to the doctor, okay, I have problem. What problem? What is the problem? I have some problem. What is that problem? For example, my feet are aching. Sitting, not walking. No? My feet sometimes, they tingling sensations. I want to take some broken pot and scratch like that. That feeling will be there. I want to scratch with some comb or something like that. Burning sensation, as So my legs become like that one. There'll be just I don't know what happens to me because I don't walk sometimes. See, now also I'm folding my legs and I'm keeping like that. So I'll go to the doctor. Now you are the doctor and I'll tell, doctor, I don't have headache. Doctor, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't have a cold. I don't have chest pain. I don't have back pain also. I don't have stomach pain. You're a useless fellow. Tell me what problem you have. Why are you making nonsense out of my time? Tell me what is your problem? Come straight to the point. So that is the point there. When there is no problem, then why are you talking of that there is no problem? He is a non-smoker. Why are you writing he is a non-smoker? It's nothing. Nah. If it is needed, think about it and write instead of in the case of cancer. Okay. Otherwise, no need. No? It's a good thing. No? He does not smoke. It's a good thing. Then write these things also. He does not eat fast food. He does not walk on the roads unnecessarily. He gets up early in the morning. All these things then you should write. No? So what is not required, eliminate them. There is no problem. Then why are you writing? Unremarkable. Why do you want to write the word unremarkable? When it is unremarkable, why do you want to write that word? Yeah. Everything is a problem, but still his blood pressure is unremarkable. Then you have to write. How can blood pressure be unremarkable? Okay. So something is important, then you can write. Okay. Despite smoking, drinking, and gambling, and all these things, his BP is unremarkable. Yes, this is fine. That means, wow. All wrong things he is doing, but still his blood glucose level is fine and his BP is fine, means it should be appreciated. No? Huh? How come? It's surprising. Then you can write. Okay. A person who drinks too heavily will fall on the road. Still he is not falling on the road, means something remarkable. There's a bigger problem there. Okay. So then you have to write. Then you have to write. He smokes 30 cigarettes every day, but still he did not. But his lab tests are unremarkable. That's okay. So you have to follow on that area, which is important, where it is important, that you have to write. And then social relations or semi-relevant information. Social relations. He lives with his husband. Somebody wrote one sentence. He lives with his husband. I did not understand. I wanted to pull my hair. What am I reading? Nonsense. Yeah, of course, these days we read these things also. What to do? So he lives with his husband. There the patient's name is Mrs. Bell. He lives with his husband. I don't understand what it is. Mrs. Bell, he lives with his husband. I forgot the gender also. Mrs. Bell becomes she. She lives with her husband. By absent-mindedly, he lives with his husband. No, who lives with, I don't understand. Really, it's surprising and shocking. I read, sometimes my mind blasts when I read the sentences. Okay. In one sentence, first paragraph, it will be he. Second paragraph, it will become she. First paragraph, she. Second paragraph, he. I don't know how. In first paragraph, Mr. Second paragraph, Mrs. or Miss. I don't understand. They blast my brain only. You don't know. You don't know what is correction. You don't know how much. If in my place somebody else is there, I take it very lightly. You don't know. I love correcting papers. That's why I don't get headache. If I am not interested in correcting letters, I will not get headache. I will definitely get headache. You give these letters to somebody else, they'll get headache. But you see how much time I spend in correcting the letters. Okay. So when I give those letters, one letter is enough. That improve. Without improvement, you give another letter, another letter, another letter. What will I do? And what will you do? I give one letter, study that very carefully, improve. And after improving, you can give same number of mistakes again means what? Don't want to improve, just write a letter and correct. You people don't understand what you are doing. A person, I'm losing my interest there. You don't know that. So what you do is, whatever we are teaching, whatever I'm teaching now, try to apply, write a letter, use all the things which I'm telling you, and check once again, rough draft. You have done a rough draft. In 40 minutes, you have done a rough draft. Don't send it to me immediately. Don't send it to me immediately. You can correct it yourself. Those students who are seniors, okay, those who are going for the exams, take the paper in front of you, keep it in front of you, and take your pencil. One sentence you write again. This time you take 2 hours, no problem. 40 minutes, 2 hours you take. Every line by line. Take all the notes which I have put there. Take all the corrections which I have taken. You can go through those letters and see how I have presented there. Sir, medication. What Simon sir corrected in some other letters. Allergy. How sentence allergies. So you can take the other letters and you can write allergy, 5 letters corrected, 5 letters allergy sentences, all the on one paper you can write. All different sentences in different letters. Allergies. Medication. Okay. Review for an appointment for review on the 5th of June at 10 a.m. at the outpatient department has been scheduled. Like this, how many letters I might have written? Do you think all the letters have the same style? A review, say scheduled. See the letter, in that find anywhere scheduled word is there. Take that scheduled sentence, write in 1 page. I know nobody will do it. I definitely know nobody will do it. I know out of my experience of 35 years, nobody wants to do all these things. Just want fast food, just want fast food. If I tell these things, Simon sir is teaching something else. That is another problem. Okay. Right. I'm not angry with, I'm least bothered about anybody. I'm not angry with anybody in the world because nobody is mine. You people just come to me for 1 month. If I'm shouting, that is for your own good, not for me. I'm not like those teachers who want to escape from you. So what you do is, at least one student, if you can identify these sentences, all are you, yeah, I can do one job for you here. I can do one. I can segregate activities for you, whoever is interested. Yeah. Give me your names. Okay. This is a delegation. I am giving you a delegation of duties. I don't know whether you are ready. If you want to be obedient with me, come and just give me your name. Type your name there. I'll give you 1 person, 1 duty, 1 person, 1 duty, 1 person, 1 duty. Anushka Gupta, take all my letters in the Telegram channel and you write 1 word, Anushka. Anushka is not our regular student, but still she is volunteering. So Anushka, you can take all the letters and you find the word scheduled, and copy all the sentences and make a list of all the sentences with scheduled. That's it. Instead of everyone finding everything, there are 5,000 letters. You don't need to find 5,000 letters. Just to go through some letters, just open one letter, scheduled word is there or not, check. And copy the sentence. That is your duty. I am giving you 2 days time. Within 2 days time, you have to find and give me 24 sentences with a scheduled. Lionel Ramamurthy, an appointment has been scheduled on the 24th of July, like that one. And Mary Bell, scheduled will be there. Some other letter scheduled will be there. Take letter. Okay. Take that letter. And what type of letters you will take? Not every letter, because, okay, not every letter. Take the letter with my photo on it. That is the standard letter. Other letters, they are not 100%. The letters with my photos are 100%. That means every word, every line, I scrutinized under microscope. Those letters you can take. Okay. How you will get? There you can just type in the Telegram channel, QQ. I am delegating the work, QQ. Just you can see QQ. Okay. This is QQ3 mm. This is the letter. This is the letter. You will have my photo at the bottom. Okay. Only take these letters. And what you can do is you can just search Control F. What is that? Schedule. 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 It is not there. That's it. And just check it. If you have PDF, just check the word schedule. Or you can check a review. Review is there. Okay, review is there. Or appointment is not there. So like this you can take. That's it. So next one. So QQ only you take. This is another QQ letter. So you can check like that one. Not this. So otherwise you can say quintessential quality. So quintessential quality. Yeah, there are a lot of sentences you will be finding here. So like this, my sentences. I might have given there. Then so quintessential quality QQ. So sentences will be given here. So a lot of sentences are there like this. You can check. So you'll have QQ4. Yeah, this is Mavis Brampton. Is this the one? Yeah. So just check Control F. Scheduled. Review. Appointment. Okay. So like this, you can check these sentences. You'll have my photo and you can go through them. So anybody, you can take one different. So next one, urgent. You can take, one person can take urgent. So the next one is Yeah. So many people have volunteered. Okay. Next one is Marenang. Marenang Makoko. Marenang Makoko. So you can say discharged. Discharge. Sorry, discharge. Did I write spelling mistake? Oh. See, I wrote spelling mistake. That is discharge. Okay. Then another person can take like this one. You can take one word each. Another person, I cannot read all the names. You can just take. Okay, better. So next one. Bless Jose. Bless Jose. You can take urgent. Urgent letters. Wherever it's urgent. Urgent, emergency, urgent. These words are there. Identify and make those sentences. Like that, you can identify your own things. Okay. One point and take those things. These sentences you will go strong. All right. So another person can take transferred. Transfer. The word transfer. Another person take drainage, postural drainage. Postural drainage. And the another person can take compliance. Compliance. Anyone can take one word and write there, type there. I don't want to give you anybody. Select one word and type. I will do this one. I will do this one like that one. So compliance. Compliance. Then so you can take one word, different styles of sentences you will know. So you can collect all the sentences, put in a group so that everyone will learn all those things. United we stand, divided we fall. So compliance. Then next one is diagnosis. Diagnosis. Diagnosed. Diagnosed. One person can take diagnosed. And what else? So one person can take medication. So medication, what are the medications? This one for this one, this one for this one, and this one for this one. And another person can take past medical history. So Meera has written compliance. Yeah, she has written compliance. Like that, everyone take one word and you find out the sentences. It will not take much time. Okay, it will not take much time. It will be very easy. Next one is medication. Then family history. Family history. Then another person can take alcohol consumption. Alcohol consumption. Anybody related to alcohol? One person can write about cessation. Smoking cessation. Smoking cessation. In all these letters, there may be many places of this. Somebody can write about smoking cessation. Nobody is taking any word. I want you to select one word each, one term, and you can make sentences. Then we can all get a benefit. We can all get benefit. We cannot do all the things, and one person cannot do all the things. Okay, better all the people can do one thing that will be useful for everyone. So smoking cessation. Then next one. And if anybody finds these letters, you can just download that letter and send in our groups. Okay, just download that letter and send in our group. Or send it to Ashwini, she will send to every group. So from there they can collect. So smoking cessation. Then family history. Personal medical history. Medical history. Somebody can write medical history. Somebody can write medical history. And some people can do the listings. Listings. One person can do the listings. Listings will bring you A grade. not B plus even, A grade. What is listings? Listings will be like this. Medications are provided, colon, ABC for hypertension, semicolon, DEF for diabetes, semicolon, and MNOP for something else. So that is called a listing of things. Or you can say, she has had multiple health concerns, colon, she has had multiple health concerns, colon, write down if you are writing. She has had, Miss Mary Bell has had multiple health concerns, colon. Diabetes diagnosed in 2012, semicolon. Hypertension in 2014, semicolon, and depression in 2018, comma, respectively. This is listing. This is listing. She was diagnosed with multiple health concerns. Miss Mary Bell was diagnosed with multiple health concerns. Colon means equal to. Multiple is equal to many here. These are equal to. Colon means is equal to. That is the meaning. Two dots, one above the other, means is equal to. In mathematical terms, we say is to or ratio. But in English term, we call is equal to. What are multiple means many. Many should be here. Multiple word is here means many should be here. 1, 2, 3. More than 2. Okay, more than 2 should be there here. So, Miss Mary Bell was diagnosed with multiple health concerns. Colon, diabetes in 2012, hypertension, colon, semicolon, hypertension in 2014, semicolon, and depression in 2018. Finished. So this is called a listing with colon and semicolons. So listings, I have done many listings. You can find them out. Okay. So, and while you are doing this, you learn number of things. So that is very, very good pieces of things I have given, and nobody wants to do. I know that one. Okay, fine, no problem. If nobody is doing, I will have to do something. I'll do it for you. Then next one is, yeah, somebody at least write these names which I have given. If nobody does, I will do, and I will give to those participants who are active, not to everyone. Okay, only to those people who are very active, I give. Those people who are writing here and participating in those things. Then next one is, what is that? Because one person cannot do all these things. Maranang Makoko is doing something, discharge. Anushka is doing something, Meera is doing something. Like that, everyone can take one, so that we can benefit everything. That's the point. In the house, what we do, brother does one work, mother does one work, father does one work. Okay, like that, when we share our responsibilities. You are the members of this group and you want to participate in these things. Okay, so better you take the responsibility. Okay, some people they tell and they don't do. So some people don't tell and they do. So those people who don't tell and do are better than those people who tell and don't do. I'm talking logic. This is not nonsense. Okay. What I'm talking is logic. Some people who tell and don't do. Okay. And some people who don't tell and do. If you don't tell, no problem. If you do, that is better. But if you tell and don't do, what is the use? So, right. These are the two things. Okay. That's what the phrase comes, barking dog and biting dog. Those who tell and don't do are barking dogs. Those who don't tell and do, they are biting dogs. So that's what it is. So better be a barking and biting both dogs. Okay. It doesn't mean that dogs, okay, that's just a saying. Okay. Barking dogs seldom bite. That's a saying, quotation I'm using here. Okay. So all these things come out of experience. Okay. So thank you, Maranang, and thank you, Anushka, and thank you, Meera, for readily accepting some things. The next, others, let us see whether they are doing something without telling. Okay, next one is, next point. What is the next point? Yeah, next question. I've gone a long way. Yeah, came here. So, three more, I think, are only three more are there. Because if we miss them, it will be injustice. Okay, here we are. Yeah. Inability to realize urgency within the case notes, then vocabulary and case note selection, where to add semi-relevant if word count is less. Yeah, that is done. Meera Manoj. Then next one, how to identify the main purpose of the letter? Oh my goodness. Maranang Makoko. Main purpose of the letter will be in the writing task. Main purpose of the letter will be in the writing task. That is the reason why you are writing the letter. Main purpose is you are discharging him and he requires ongoing care and appropriate management, or urgent admission, because it's an urgent case, so you are sending a letter. Urgent admission, definitive diagnosis, and appropriate management. Because you are sending an urgent letter and you have signs and symptoms, you are a nurse, and she appears, the signs and symptoms appear to be a cardiac arrest or myocardial infarction or something like that, then you are sending, and you are not an authority to diagnose, but signs and symptoms point out that it may be heart attack. So you're calling an ambulance and sending him immediately. So then what happens? You are sending signs and symptoms suggested. Okay, cardiac arrest or myocardial infarction. Signs and symptoms suggest that way. That is, so all the signs and symptoms you are telling, and they will tell, like, that is what you will say. And this is a preliminary diagnosis, not a definitive diagnosis, not 100% diagnosis. Just your doubts, your assumptions, your presumptions. Okay, you are assuming or you are believing that it may be that. You are doubtful, not sure, not 100%. And all the more, nurse is not authorized to diagnose the patient. You feel that it, but unless and until it is tested by an authorized personnel, that is a doctor or blood test reports, even doctor cannot diagnose directly like that. On solid grounds only he can diagnose. Laboratory test reports, x-rays, and what are those ultrasound scans and whatever. Okay, all these tests are used to assist the doctor in diagnosing. Even doctor cannot diagnose. That's it. Even he is preliminary diagnosis, and the x-rays confirmed the diagnosis. X-ray confirmed the diagnosis that there is a hairline fracture in the left femur. In the left femur, there is a hairline fracture. You feel that because when you touch it, but you cannot feel that it's broken. So only when you give the X-ray, then you can find a line there on the bone. That confirms that there is a hairline fracture. X-ray confirmed the hairline fracture. Okay. So that is how you say. The X-ray which was ordered, the X-ray, comma, all these lines are there in the YouTube. You can go and write them. The X-ray which was ordered, the X-ray, comma, which was ordered. X-ray and which should be side by side. The X-ray was ordered, which confirmed no. The X-ray was the X-ray was ordered, which was confirmed is wrong. The X-ray which was ordered confirmed the hairline fracture of the left femur. So like that you have to say. X-ray and which should go together hand in hand, side by side, with a comma separated. So that's it. So that is the main purpose of the letter. So a definitive diagnosis. So I am referring you. Mr. Abraham Lincoln is being referred for an urgent admission, a definitive diagnosis, and an endoscopy if required, like that. So see how the sentences, this is the purpose. What you want the other person to do. You are sending it to a home care nurse. What should the home care nurse do? Monitoring medication compliance as well as dietary management. Dietary quality. Then next step. Monitoring blood glucose levels. That may be. So what you want the nurse to do? Okay. Regular monitoring and appropriate management. You have to monitor all these things. Okay. And you have to manage them properly. So that's it. So why are you sending the patient there? For what purpose? What do you want them to do? For example, I am a doctor and I am sending a letter to you, a nurse. Or I am a nurse and sending a letter to a doctor. So what I want the doctor to do? Why you are sending? You are sending because she has a cardiac arrest. And you are sending her by an ambulance. Then she is going to the hospital. Then what you are expecting the doctor to do? Urgently react. So you are saying urgent admission, or urgent evaluation, or urgent examination, or urgent assessment, emergency or urgent or immediate. You can use the word, substitute one word for another one. Urgent, immediate, or emergency. Okay. Maybe admission, maybe assessment, maybe evaluation, maybe examination. Definitive diagnosis because you did not diagnose. So you already diagnosed. So you want the surgeon to operate and fix a stent, iron rod or something. It's fracture, hairline fracture. You cannot do. You are normal physician. You are a general physician, general practitioner. You are a doctor. Okay, you cannot do something with the bones. So you are sending him to the surgeon. He has to operate it. He has to cut it and fix a rod to his bone. That's the point. You have to put 2 rods and you have to put screws for those 2 rods and connect the bone so that the bone may not split again and it can be tight. And once the bone is got joint, then you can remove the rods afterwards. If not, otherwise they can be left like that one, if they're harmless. Yeah. So what you want the person to do, the receiver to do, that is the purpose of the letter. So if you want them to monitor, say regular monitoring, ongoing monitoring, continuing observation or supervision, whatever. Monitoring, supervision, observation. These three words are substituting. Ongoing, regular, continuing. These three words are separate. Ongoing care and appropriate management. Regular monitoring, or regular supervision, regular observation. So that you can write there. And appropriate management. So how you are going to manage these things? Okay. Managing what? Diet, managing exercises, managing medication, managing blood glucose levels, managing daily physical activities, performing, so assisting him. All these are management. Monitoring blood glucose level, monitoring, that is related to monitoring. This is related to management. Monitoring means just observe regularly. Management means if there is a problem, you have to set it right. For example, dressing is damaged, so remove and put another dressing. That is management. Monitoring for any signs of infection. So use the word monitoring. Monitoring the wound site for any signs of infection is recommended. Regular monitoring. So this may go into the discharge plan also. But that one will be expanded here in the discharge plan. Requires ongoing care and appropriate management in the introduction. That's purpose of the letter. That purpose only will come into the discharge again. What you have to do and explain in detail. Simplified will go into the purpose in the introduction, and expansion or elaboration will go into the discharge plan. I don't know what I am teaching. I want to ask you one question again. Because all the more. So purpose of the letter. Purpose of the letter. Okay, not this one. What I wanted to ask you is, yeah. And do you think what I am imparting is beneficial for you? Or is it going above your heads? If you think it is beneficial, you say yes. If it is not beneficial, just say no. What is the time now? It's already 52. What time we started? 9:30. I told 2 hours. 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. 4 hours over. Oh my God. So that is the time. Mona Abdul Fattah. I think you got more than what you wanted. I'm sorry. So I'm unmuting everyone. So give a genuine feedback because we are closing the session. That's enough for now. All the points were discussed mostly. So first let us start from our guest Anushka Gupta. I don't know why she is staying from morning to evening with my class. I don't know what makes you stick on to my class. People run away. My own students don't attend my classes. I don't understand why you are attending the session. Anushka Gupta, can you give me a piece of advice?
Sir, I really appreciate your effortless work, sir. Continuously you used to sit and teach us, so I really appreciate for that. and now you are totally my inspiration, sir.
Yeah, don't you think that spending this much time is a waste of your valuable time? You have many more things to do, no?
No, sir, because I have taken the leave and then I'm studying, sir.
Okay. Next. Okay, bless Jose. Before going, tell something. You are leaving, you said. Tomorrow will be morning shift, but still you are there. Why?
Yes, sir. Because
I'm sorry, my
this-
dear. I don't know. I'm crazy fellow. Okay, I don't know. I'll tell 1 hour and I'll take 4 hours. What to do? I'm helpless.
no problem, sir. Nothing as such. I mean, your class was always useful, so I always wait for that. Even whenever the gaps will be there, so I'm always concerned about the class. So it's nothing as such. Class is
This
always
is the
useful,
reason why I
especially-
shouted people, not because I'm angry. I shouted people because at least because I shout, they'll come, I think. That's the point. Okay, now tell me, what did you learn today?
Yes, sir.
And how
Session
was
is
it
always
beneficial for
okay.
you?
Like if you're angry, also no issue. Like everyone is attending.
No,
And
I'm not
I've
angry.
already
That is my
shared.
love. That is the
Yes,
way
sir.
of my expression of love towards my students. That's all.
Yes, sir, it's actually much obliged. I have even shared to my friends, they were on duty, so that's why they didn't come up. Even one of my friends, she came, then she just went. She said because of some in duty issues, so she just went.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you learn
Yes,
today?
sir. Sir, like complex and all that sentences which you have said, but yes, as you said that in detail, you will teach some other day. So that's what I've learned.
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much. You can leave.
Thank you,
Then
sir.
Binti Mohan Thomas. I'm going in alphabetical order, okay? Stay and I want to get feedback from you. Yeah, Binti Mohan Thomas and others who are leaving, you can just write some feedback. So how was the session? How did it benefit you in 1 or 2 or 3 sentences? Yeah, Binti Mohan Thomas. Can you share something? Okay, Constance Mafosa. Constance Mafosa.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, share your experience.
Yes, these lessons, they are very fruitful to me. I'm gaining a lot of knowledge. They really help me, especially in the listening. Yeah, listening. And now, especially this one on writing, I've realized that there are some letters that have been making mistakes, especially these ones, the agent ones. Yeah, and to and also if you're writing to a local GP, I wasn't sure whether the case is known or unknown, but now I know. Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Yeah, next one, Binsimol Thomas. Next, Maranang Makoko. Maranang Makoko.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Indeed, I've learned a lot through this lesson of letter writing because I was unable to recognize the purpose of the letter, but from now I have an idea where to find the purpose of the letter and the urgency. So I'll be able to pick out the relevant case notes when writing to any professional. As you have just told us that when we are writing to the dietitian, we don't include the exercises, and also when writing to the physiotherapists, we don't have to include the diet information. So I really acquired a lot of information through the lessons of today. And thank you so much.
Yeah, next, Mona Abdul Fattah.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not exhausted still. Binsimol, you don't want to share anything, wait, share something. Yeah,
Thank you, sir, for the extraordinary session today. It's really very benefit, full
I
of
don't know what I thought
knowledgeable.
really. I don't know what I thought really. Everyone is asking some question, I had to clarify, that's all. I don't know.
Yeah, with every question you give us one information and value the knowledge we have already from you today. Thank you for all this because you covered a lot of aspect with writing today. Every one of us really need all these points which you really discussed now.
Okay, so you remind me
Thank-
tomorrow morning, okay? You requested me
Okay.
something. I think it's already high time, 1 o'clock. So early
It's
morning,
okay.
whenever you wake up, immediately call me and you can give that one to me, okay? Right.
Okay, sir. So we don't have session in morning.
Yeah, we have morning session now. You remind me immediately. Once you wake up, you call me message. Sir, you said that you will do something for me. Yeah?
Okay. Okay,
So
sir.
feedback,
Thank you.
feedback. Okay?
Th-
Remind me, I'll give
Thank
it.
you.
I thought session
Okay,
will be
sir.
finished by 1 hour, but many people said we want 2 hours and it became 4 hours. So that's the point. Okay, next.
No problem. I have a lot of things also today from you.
Yes, yes, yes. Kumalo. Kumalo. Sifato. Sifato kule kumalo.
Evening, sir.
Good evening, dear.
Siphatho kuhle Khumalo. I really benefited today, especially on the listening part A. That 30 minutes of going through the notes, I was taking it for granted before, but today I realized it's really important to predict the answers. When now it comes to the actually writing, it becomes easier to really pick the answers when the audio is playing. And also on the writing part, I also really benefited a lot because now I know what to include on the papers. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome, welcome. Yeah, last Binsimol. You can share 1 or 2 sentences. Okay, otherwise it's a final call.
Sir, good evening. Good morning, sir. Session
good.
was very good, and like we started with listening, and it was really helpful because it was helpful for assuming and it was helpful for thinking and writing the answer. And now we
Brainstorm.
came to the we come to the writing. In the writing session, we learn how to pick relevant data, what is to be, how to select data for an emergency case, how to select data for referral cases, so etc. Many things we learn from that writing session also, and what is important, what is not important, and what is not to be written, what is to be written. So especially we today learned about data, what is important data to be picked up from the letter. So it was really a good session.
Okay, that's fine. So that's the end of the day. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.